Ladies and gentlemen, your life is the reflection of your inner world, shaped by the thoughts you entertain and the habits you nurture. If you want to transform your life, it begins with transforming the habits that govern your mind and actions. Here are 10 transformative habits that, when embraced, will lead you to an entirely new reality. Visualizing your ideal life daily is a practice of transforming your inner world, and through that, shifting your external reality. The imagination is one of the most powerful tools available to you, yet it often goes unused or misdirected. When you consistently focus on the life you wish to live, your mind and spirit begin to align with that vision. The key lies not just in thinking about your desires occasionally, but in making it a daily habit, something you immerse yourself in regularly, like a deeply ingrained part of your consciousness. Every day, set aside time to close your eyes and envision the life you truly desire. Picture it with all the vividness and clarity you can muster. See yourself living it in detail, from the small, seemingly insignificant moments to the major accomplishments. If you desire success in your career, imagine what it feels like to step into your dream role, to wake up each day excited to do what you love. If it's wealth you're seeking, see yourself financially free, making decisions without fear or limitation. If love is what you want, visualize the presence of someone who matches your deepest desires, who makes you feel fulfilled and cherished. The clearer the picture, the more powerful the visualization becomes. However, it's not just about seeing your ideal life, it's about feeling it. The feelings you cultivate during this practice are crucial, because emotions are the language of the subconscious mind. As you see yourself living your dream life, tap into the emotions that come with it. Feel the joy of waking up every day fulfilled. Feel the confidence that comes from knowing you are living the life you've always wanted. Feel the peace of being in harmony with your surroundings, where everything is as it should be. These feelings are what begin to shape your reality. As the subconscious mind responds more to emotions than to logic or reason. It's important to remember that this is not a one-time event or something to do sporadically. The daily practice of visualization reinforces these images and feelings in your mind. It programs your subconscious to believe that this is your reality, even if your current circumstances do not yet reflect it. The more you immerse yourself in this vision, the more your mind accepts it as truth, and the universe begins to respond. Circumstances, people, and opportunities will start to shift and move to align with what you've been seeing and feeling internally. There's another powerful aspect to daily visualization. It trains your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. So often we are conditioned to see only what is immediately in front of us, our current situation, challenges, or lack. But when you engage in the habit of visualizing your ideal life, you expand your awareness beyond the present and tap into the infinite potential that exists. You shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, from limitation to boundlessness. This shift in focus creates an opening for new opportunities and ideas to flow into your life. This process also strengthens your belief in yourself and your ability to create change. As you consistently see yourself living the life you desire, you begin to embody the qualities, traits, and behaviors necessary to manifest that life. Your self-image evolves, and you start to act in ways that are in harmony with your vision. For example, if your ideal life involves being confident and successful, through daily visualization, you'll start to feel more confident naturally. You'll carry yourself with more assurance, make bolder decisions, and attract opportunities that reflect this newfound confidence. You become the person you are visualizing long before the physical reality catches up. Daily visualization serves as a reminder of what is possible for you. In a world where distractions, negativity, and doubt can easily creep in, this practice centers you in your desires and dreams. It acts as a form of mental and emotional nourishment, feeding your soul with hope and conviction. Even if you encounter challenges or obstacles, your daily practice of visualizing your ideal life anchors you in the belief that the life you want is not just a fantasy, but a reality in the making. It's essential to trust the process, even when you don't see immediate results. The transformation happens first within, and as you remain faithful to your practice, the outer world will eventually mirror what you have cultivated in your mind and heart. The universe has no choice but to reflect back the energy and images you consistently project. Each time you visualize your ideal life, you are sowing seeds in the garden of your future. And with time, those seeds will sprout and flourish into the reality you have always envisioned. Your life will begin to align with the vision you hold of it, and through the daily habit of visualization, you will start to live in a reality that once existed only in your imagination. This is the power of creating your life from within, and it all begins with the simple, yet profound, practice of seeing yourself as you wish to be, every single day. Positive affirmations are one of the most powerful tools you can use to reshape your reality. The words you speak to yourself, both consciously and subconsciously, hold immense power. Every thought and statement you repeat creates patterns in your mind that eventually manifest in your life. When you use positive affirmations, you are actively reprogramming your mind to align with your desires, dreams, and goals. By repeating affirmations daily, you begin to plant seeds of transformation within your subconscious mind, which ultimately shapes your external experience. The process of affirming is not just about saying words, it's about embodying them with conviction and emotion. Every time you affirm something positively, you are declaring a new truth about yourself. You are choosing to rewrite the narrative of who you are and what you believe is possible for your life. These affirmations counteract the limiting beliefs that may have been ingrained in you over time. Whether those beliefs came from your upbringing, society, or past experiences, they can be replaced with new, empowering beliefs through consistent affirmations. When you affirm statements such as "I am worthy, I am abundant," or "I am confident," you are shifting your inner dialogue. Initially, these statements might feel foreign or even untrue, especially if your current reality doesn't match them. However, it is crucial to persist in these affirmations because the subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts what you repeatedly tell it. The more you affirm positive statements, the more your mind begins to accept them as truth. And eventually your external world will reflect these new beliefs. Positive affirmations work by creating new mental pathways. Each time you speak an affirmation, you are reinforcing a new pattern in your brain. Over time, these new neural pathways become stronger, and the old limiting beliefs begin to weaken and fade away. Your mind begins to operate from a place of abundance, confidence, and possibility. As you continue this practice, it becomes easier to attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with your affirmations because your energy and focus have shifted. The key to effective affirmations lies in their repetition and emotional charge. Simply saying the words is not enough, you must feel them deeply. When you affirm, "I am successful," allow yourself to feel what success feels like. Imagine the emotions of accomplishment, pride, and fulfillment as you say the words. The subconscious responds to emotion, so the more you can infuse your affirmations with genuine feeling, the faster and more profoundly they will take root in your mind. Consistency is also vital in this process. Positive affirmations should become a daily practice, something you do with intention and regularity. The more often you affirm your desired state, the more you override any negative or limiting self-talk that may be running in the background. You may not see immediate results, but over time, the effects of daily affirmations will begin to unfold. Your mind will start to believe the words you are saying, and your actions, thoughts, and behaviors will shift accordingly. Positive affirmations help you maintain focus on what you want, rather than what you don't want. Many people unconsciously affirm negativity by focusing on their fears, worries, or doubts. Statements like "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," are also affirmations, but they create a reality of limitation. By choosing positive affirmations instead, you train your mind to focus on solutions, opportunities, and possibilities. You begin to create a mindset that is rooted in abundance and optimism rather than scarcity and fear. It's also important to craft affirmations that resonate with you personally. While generic affirmations can be helpful, the most powerful ones are those that speak directly to your unique desires and goals. For example, if you are working on improving your self-confidence, you might affirm, "I am worthy of all the good things life has to offer," or "I confidently step into my power." These personalized affirmations will feel more authentic to you making it easier to internalize them. As you continue to practice positive affirmations, you may notice a shift, not only in your thoughts but also in the way you perceive the world around you. Your mind becomes more attuned to the positive aspects of life, and you start to see opportunities where before there seemed to be none. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable become manageable, and you approach life with a greater sense of hope and possibility. Positive affirmations also help you cultivate resilience. Life will inevitably present difficulties, but with a mind trained in positive thinking, you are better equipped to handle setbacks. Instead of succumbing to negative thinking in moments of challenge, your affirmations will remind you of your inner strength and ability to overcome obstacles. You begin to trust in your capacity to create the life you desire, regardless of external circumstances. Positive affirmations are a declaration of your power. They remind you that you are the creator of your reality, and that you have the ability to choose the thoughts and beliefs that shape your life. Through daily practice, you begin to embody the truth of your affirmations, and as you do, your life starts to shift in ways that align with your highest aspirations. The practice of affirming is a lifelong journey of self-empowerment, and as you persist in it, you will witness the transformation of your inner and outer worlds. Embracing gratitude is a transformative habit that has the power to shift your entire perspective on life. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting feeling or a quick thank you for what you have. It's a deep, intentional practice that changes how you perceive everything around you. When you learn to cultivate and live from a place of gratitude, you unlock a powerful tool that can alter your reality. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from dissatisfaction to contentment, and from wanting more to appreciating what already exists in your life. Each day, when you consciously acknowledge the things you are grateful for, you create a ripple effect in your mind. Gratitude invites more positivity into your life because it tunes your awareness to the good that is already present. Even in challenging times, there is always something to be grateful for, whether it's the lessons learned, the strength gained, or simply the breath in your lungs. When you focus on gratitude, you shift your mind from dwelling on what is missing or wrong to appreciating what is present and right. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to alter your internal state. It's not about ignoring hardships or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Instead, it's about recognizing that even within the struggle, there is something to be thankful for. This shift in perspective doesn't just make you feel better emotionally, it changes how you interact with the world. When you are grateful, you naturally become more open, more optimistic, and more resilient. Gratitude strengthens your emotional foundation, making it easier to navigate life's ups and downs. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for manifestation. The energy you send out is the energy you receive. When you are constantly focused on what you lack, on what hasn't yet manifested, you are reinforcing the vibration of scarcity. However, when you practice gratitude for what you already have, even if it's not yet the full picture of your desires, you signal to the universe that you are in alignment with abundance. Gratitude acts as a magnet, drawing more things to be grateful for into your life. As you embrace this habit daily, you will begin to see how your world changes, not because everything outside of you shifts immediately, but because your inner world has shifted. The habit of gratitude doesn't have to be complex. It can be as simple as taking a few moments each morning or night to reflect on the things you are thankful for. This can be as small as appreciating the warmth of your bed or the opportunity to start a new day. It can be as profound as being grateful for the love in your life or the personal growth you are experiencing. The more specific you are in your gratitude, the more powerful it becomes. For example, instead of a general statement like, "I'm grateful for my family," you could say, "I'm grateful for the way my family supports and loves me unconditionally." This specificity brings the feeling of gratitude deeper into your heart and mind. Gratitude also has the power to heal. It can heal relationships, dissolve negative emotions, and bring peace to your spirit. When you focus on the things you appreciate in others rather than their flaws, your relationships begin to flourish. When you focus on what you love about your life rather than what frustrates you, your overall experience of life becomes more joyful. Gratitude can dissolve feelings of resentment, anger, and bitterness because it shifts your attention away from what went wrong to what is still right. Living in a state of gratitude also invites a greater sense of peace into your life. When you are constantly chasing after more and more success, more money, more recognition, you are often in a state of dissatisfaction. However, when you learn to embrace what you have with gratitude, the need for more diminishes. This doesn't mean you stop striving for your goals, but you do so from a place of fullness rather than lack. You begin to understand that life is already abundant, and that what is meant for you will come when you are aligned with it. Gratitude is an ongoing practice, and like any habit, it becomes stronger the more you engage with it. Initially, you may find it difficult to find things to be grateful for, especially if you are facing difficulties. However, the more you commit to the practice, the more your awareness will expand. You'll begin to notice things you hadn't before, small acts of kindness, moments of beauty, or the subtle ways life is supporting you. What you focus on expands, and as you focus on gratitude, your life will naturally feel more abundant and fulfilling. Gratitude also shifts how you approach challenges. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. You start to appreciate the strength and resilience you gain from facing adversity. This doesn't mean challenges suddenly become easy, but your perspective on them changes. You approach them with a sense of appreciation for the lessons they bring, knowing that every experience is a stepping stone toward your growth. Embracing gratitude is about choosing to see life through the lens of abundance, appreciation, and possibility. It is an ongoing practice of recognizing that, regardless of external circumstances, there is always something to be thankful for. As you make gratitude a daily habit, you will begin to see how it transforms your inner world, bringing more peace, joy, and fulfillment. And as your inner world changes, so too will your outer reality, reflecting the energy of appreciation and abundance that you've cultivated within. Taking inspired action is one of the most crucial elements in transforming your desires into reality. It's the bridge between your thoughts, feelings, and the material world. While imagining and affirming what you want sets the foundation for manifestation, inspired action is what moves you toward your goals and dreams. But this action is different from ordinary effort or hustle. Inspired action comes from a place of alignment, intuition, and inner knowing rather than from force or desperation. It feels natural, effortless, and purposeful because it flows from your internal state of belief and clarity. When you take inspired action, you're following the impulses that arise from within, driven by the feeling that something is right or necessary in the moment. It's not about working harder or doing more for the sake of progress. It's about listening to that inner nudge, that whisper from your intuition, and acting on it even if it doesn't always make logical sense at the time. Inspired action often feels like a natural next step, rather than something you need to push yourself to do. There's a sense of ease and excitement, even if the action itself might require courage or stepping out of your comfort zone. The key to recognizing inspired action lies in your state of mind and feeling. When you are clear about your desires and have faith that they are already manifesting, you naturally become more attuned to opportunities and actions that align with your goals. These opportunities might appear as ideas, sudden insights, or synchronicities. Sometimes inspired action can look like making a phone call, sending an email, starting a new project, or even resting and allowing yourself time to recharge. It doesn't always involve a grand, life-changing step often. It's a series of small, aligned actions that lead you closer to your desired outcome. It's important to distinguish inspired action from action driven by fear or anxiety. Many people fall into the trap of thinking they need to constantly be doing something, hustling or forcing results to make their dreams happen. This type of action is rooted in a scarcity mindset, where the focus is on lack or fear of failure. When you act from this place, the energy behind the action is one of resistance and tension, which can slow down or even block your progress. On the other hand, inspired action feels like a natural extension of your desires. It's motivated by excitement, curiosity, or the sense that you're moving in harmony with the flow of life. To cultivate inspired action, it's essential to develop trust in your intuition and the process of manifestation. This requires a level of openness and willingness to listen to your inner guidance. Often the most profound steps you take are the ones that come from moments of quiet reflection or sudden insight. This is why aligning your mind and emotions with your desires is so important. When you are in a state of belief, confidence, and positive expectation, you become more receptive to the subtle cues and signs that lead to inspired action. Additionally, inspired action isn't always about doing something in the physical sense. Sometimes it's about shifting your mindset, changing your perspective, or making an internal decision. For example, deciding to let go of doubt or to embrace a new belief about yourself can be a powerful form of action that propels you forward. In other cases, inspired action may be about preparation, getting ready mentally, emotionally, or physically for what you are manifesting. This preparation is often necessary to align with the opportunities that will present themselves along your journey. As you take inspired action, it's important to release attachment to how things should unfold. The path to your desires may not look exactly as you imagined, and that's perfectly fine. When you are open to unexpected routes and possibilities, you allow the universe to work in ways that you might not have anticipated. Inspired action is often accompanied by synchronicities, unexpected events, meetings, or opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere. These are signs that you're on the right track, and they often lead to even greater outcomes than you initially envisioned. Another important aspect of inspired action is persistence. Just because an action is inspired doesn't mean that the results will always be immediate. Sometimes you may need to take several steps before you see the fruits of your efforts. However, when your actions are truly inspired, they will continue to feel right, even if the results are not instant. This is where trust and faith come into play. Trust that each step you take is bringing you closer to your goals, even if the evidence isn't immediately visible. Taking inspired action also involves being present and aware of the opportunities that arise in your daily life. Many people overlook these moments because they are too focused on future outcomes or overly concerned with external circumstances. However, when you cultivate mindfulness and stay attuned to the present moment, you begin to notice opportunities for inspired action all around you. These moments may come in the form of a chance encounter, a conversation, or even an idea that pops into your mind during quiet time. The more present you are, the more you will recognize these opportunities and act on them. Inspired action is about moving in harmony with your desires and the natural flow of life. It requires a balance of inner alignment and external movement. When you combine the power of your imagination, affirmations, and belief with the willingness to take aligned steps, you create a powerful synergy that propels you toward your goals. Each inspired action you take strengthens your belief in your ability to create the life you desire, and as you continue to act from this place, you will witness the unfolding of your dreams in ways that may surprise and delight you. This process requires trust, patience, and an openness to both the expected and the unexpected. Inspired action is not about forcing outcomes, but about flowing with the guidance that arises from within. It's a co-creative dance between you and the universe, one that leads to the manifestation of your deepest desires in perfect timing. Staying present in the moment is one of the most profound habits you can cultivate, and it has the potential to completely transform your life. It sounds simple, yet it's a practice that requires constant attention and intention. The present moment is the only place where life truly happens. It's the point where all your power exists. When you're fully present, you're not caught up in the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future. Instead, you're aligned with what is happening right now, which is where all your potential unfolds. Most people live either in their memories or in their imaginations. They dwell on what could have been, or they are consumed by worry over what might happen. This constant mental chatter pulls them away from the present moment, where real life is taking place. In the process, they miss out on the richness, beauty, and opportunities that are available here and now. The mind races ahead, making it difficult to enjoy the simple moments that life offers, and when this happens, they lose touch with the deep sense of peace and fulfillment that comes from being fully present. Being present means embracing what is without judgment or resistance. It means accepting the moment exactly as it is and engaging with it fully. Often we resist the present because it doesn't align with our expectations or desires. We wish things were different, so we mentally escape to a different time or place. However, the more you resist the present, the more disconnected you become from your own power to influence it. The truth is, the only place where you have the ability to make real change is in the present moment. The past is gone, and the future is yet to be created. But now is where you can take action, where you can make decisions, and where you can truly live. When you stay present, you open yourself up to the magic of life as it unfolds. You begin to notice details that would otherwise slip by unnoticed: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of leaves rustling in the wind, the kindness in someone's voice. These small moments are where true joy lives. They remind you that life is not just about achieving goals or getting to the next destination, but about the experience of being alive in each moment. The richness of the present moment is always there, waiting to be discovered, but it requires your attention. Staying present also deepens your connections with others. When you are fully present with someone, you listen more intently, respond more thoughtfully, and create deeper bonds. You're not distracted by your own thoughts or preoccupations, but are instead fully engaged in the exchange of energy and communication. This presence strengthens relationships, whether it's with a loved one, a friend, or even a stranger. People can sense when you are truly present with them, and it fosters a deeper sense of trust and understanding. Being present doesn't mean that you ignore the future or avoid making plans. It simply means that while you may have goals and dreams for the future, you don't live in them. You live in the now, where you take the steps necessary to move toward those goals. You remain focused on the process rather than becoming obsessed with the outcome. This focus on the present actually makes you more effective in achieving your goals because you are less distracted and more engaged with the task at hand. Each small action, when done with presence, carries more power and intention, moving you closer to your desires without the stress and anxiety that comes from future-oriented thinking. Staying present is also a form of mindfulness that can calm your mind and reduce stress. When you are in the moment, your mind is not racing with 100 different thoughts. You aren't worrying about what's next or replaying past events in your head. Instead, you are centered, grounded, and aware of your surroundings. This presence brings a sense of peace because you aren't fighting the flow of life. You aren't trying to control everything or predict what's going to happen. You're simply allowing yourself to be here, now, with whatever arises. One of the greatest benefits of staying present is the way it transforms how you experience challenges and difficulties. When you're present, you're able to face what is in front of you with clarity and calm. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by the weight of everything at once, you take things one moment at a time. You deal with what's happening right now without dragging in worries from the past or fears about the future. This presence allows you to respond more effectively to challenges because your mind is clear and you're not distracted by external or internal noise. The practice of staying present also aligns you with the flow of life. Life is constantly moving, shifting, and evolving, and when you're present, you're able to move with it rather than against it. This flow creates a sense of ease and grace in your life because you're not struggling to control everything. You become more adaptable, more resilient, and more open to new possibilities. Staying present allows you to trust that things are unfolding as they should, and this trust brings a deep sense of peace and confidence. To stay present is to be mindful of the moments as they arise and pass. It's a practice of tuning into the now, with all of your senses, engaging fully with whatever is happening, whether it's a mundane task or a moment of profound meaning. The more you practice this presence, the easier it becomes to quiet the mind and return to the here and now. It's a practice that brings you back to yourself, to the truth of who you are, and to the limitless potential that exists in every moment. Staying present is the key to unlocking the fullness of life. It grounds you in the reality of now, where everything is happening. It allows you to experience life more deeply, connect with others more meaningfully, and face challenges with greater clarity. When you are present, you reclaim your power from the past and the future, and you begin to live with more joy, more peace, and more purpose. The moment you are in right now is where your greatest potential lies, and the more you cultivate the habit of staying present, the more you will realize how transformative this practice can be. Detaching from outcomes is a transformative practice that allows you to experience true freedom in your life. It is about releasing your grip on how things should unfold, trusting in the natural flow of events, and allowing the universe to work in its own time and way. This does not mean that you give up on your desires or stop striving toward your goals. Instead, it means you maintain your focus and intention while letting go of the need for a specific result. The energy behind this mindset is one of trust, surrender, and inner peace, knowing that what is meant for you will come without forcing or controlling the process. When you become overly attached to a specific outcome, your energy shifts into a state of resistance. You create tension and anxiety around achieving a particular result, and this often leads to frustration, doubt, and even self-sabotage. The more you try to control how things will happen, the more you limit the infinite possibilities that exist. You may miss opportunities because they don't look exactly like what you expected, or you might cling so tightly to one path that you overlook a better one. By detaching from the outcome, you open yourself to the flow of life and allow things to unfold in ways that could exceed your expectations. Detachment also helps you manage emotional well-being. When you are deeply attached to a specific result, your happiness becomes conditional on whether or not that outcome is achieved. You begin to tie your sense of self-worth to external circumstances, which can lead to disappointment and emotional turmoil when things don't go as planned. However, when you detach from the outcome, you create emotional space to enjoy the process itself. You begin to find fulfillment in the journey, in the steps you're taking, and in the progress you're making. This shift allows you to maintain inner peace, regardless of what happens in the external world. Another key aspect of detaching from outcomes is trusting the timing of things. Often, when we are fixated on a specific result, we want it to happen immediately, or at least on our own timetable. We get impatient when things take longer than expected, or we become disheartened if progress seems slow. But life has its own rhythm, and sometimes the timing we desire isn't aligned with the greater flow of events. When you detach from the need for things to happen in a certain way and within a specific time frame, you align yourself with the natural flow of life. This trust in timing reduces stress and allows you to remain open to the possibility that things may unfold in a better way than you imagined. Moreover, detachment from outcomes does not mean a lack of focus or commitment to your goals. It's important to set clear intentions and take inspired action toward what you desire. The key is to approach your goals with a mindset of non-attachment, where you hold your desires lightly and remain open to how they will manifest. When you detach, you maintain your focus on the essence of what you want, rather than becoming fixated on how or when it will happen. This openness creates space for the universe to bring your desires to you in unexpected and often better ways. The practice of detaching from outcomes also enhances your ability to stay present. When you're constantly thinking about the future and what you want to achieve, you lose sight of the present moment. You're always projecting yourself forward, living in a state of anticipation or worry. By releasing your attachment to outcomes, you bring your awareness back to the now, where life is actually happening. You become more grounded in the present, more engaged in what you're doing, and more aware of the opportunities and experiences unfolding in real time. This presence allows you to enjoy life more fully, regardless of whether you have reached your destination yet. Detachment brings with it a sense of freedom. When you're no longer chained to the need for a particular outcome, you experience a deep sense of liberation. You stop living in a constant state of what if or if only and start embracing what is. This freedom allows you to explore new possibilities and take risks without the fear of failure. When you are detached, you understand that success is not just about the final result, but about growth, learning, and evolution. Every step you take, every experience you have is valuable, whether or not it leads to the outcome you initially desired. Detaching from outcomes also cultivates a mindset of abundance. When you're attached to a specific outcome, it's often because you fear that if you don't get exactly what you want, there won't be another opportunity. This scarcity mindset can lead to desperation, overthinking, and unnecessary stress. But when you detach, you realize that there are countless ways for your desires to manifest. You trust that the universe is abundant and that if one door closes, another will open. This shift in mindset helps you stay calm and confident, even in the face of uncertainty, because you know that opportunities are limitless and always available. Detachment allows you to let go of perfectionism. Many people attach themselves to the idea that things need to be perfect in order to be fulfilling. They chase after an idealized version of success or happiness and feel disappointed when reality doesn't match their expectations. However, detaching from the outcome helps you embrace the imperfect nature of life. You learn to appreciate the journey, the lessons, and the growth that comes from experiences, even when they don't turn out exactly as planned. This acceptance of imperfection brings more joy, contentment, and resilience into your life. Detaching from outcomes is about surrendering to the flow of life. It's about trusting that everything is happening for your highest good, even if you can't see it in the moment. It's about releasing control and allowing the universe to work its magic in ways that you may not expect, but are always aligned with your greatest potential. When you detach from the need for a specific outcome, you free yourself from the limitations of fear, doubt, and control. You open yourself to the infinite possibilities of life, and you allow the process of creation to unfold naturally, in its own time and in its own way. Reframing negative thoughts is a powerful habit that can transform your life, as your thoughts shape your reality. When negative thoughts dominate your mind, they create limitations, self-doubt, and fear, keeping you from reaching your full potential. Reframing these thoughts allows you to shift your perspective, opening the door to new possibilities and positive outcomes. It's not about denying the existence of negativity, but rather choosing to see things in a way that empowers you instead of limiting you. Negative thoughts often stem from deeply ingrained beliefs or past experiences. These thoughts can become automatic, replaying in your mind without conscious awareness. The first step in reframing them is recognizing when they arise. By developing self-awareness, you can catch these negative thoughts before they spiral into a cycle of doubt or anxiety. Once you're aware of them, you have the power to question their validity and challenge their assumptions. Are they based on facts, or are they merely a reflection of past fears or insecurities? This process of questioning helps loosen the grip that negative thoughts have over you. Reframing involves consciously shifting your focus. Instead of seeing setbacks or challenges as insurmountable problems, view them as opportunities for growth. For example, if you face a difficult situation at work, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," you can reframe it to, "This is a chance for me to develop new skills." By shifting your perspective, you change the emotional energy behind your thoughts, which in turn influences your actions and outcomes. This habit of reframing transforms your relationship with challenges, allowing you to approach them with confidence rather than fear. When you reframe negative thoughts, you begin to replace them with more empowering beliefs. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," you can shift to, "I'm constantly improving and growing." This subtle but profound change in language reinforces a more positive self-image and strengthens your belief in your own abilities. Over time, this shift creates new mental pathways, making positivity and confidence your default mindset. This rewiring of your brain changes how you respond to life, allowing you to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Reframing is also about being kind to yourself. Often negative thoughts come from harsh self-criticism. You might dwell on past mistakes, worry about future failures, or compare yourself to others. By reframing these thoughts, you practice self-compassion. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I always mess things up," you can reframe it to, "I'm learning and improving every day." This approach shifts the focus from judgment to growth, which fosters a healthier relationship with yourself and boosts your resilience. Another key element of reframing negative thoughts is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking or going wrong to what's already working in your life. When faced with a negative situation, instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can appreciate about the experience. Gratitude reframes your mind to see abundance rather than scarcity, which elevates your emotional state and opens you to more positive experiences. It's a simple but transformative way to redirect negative energy into something constructive. Reframing also helps you take back control over your thoughts. Negative thinking can make you feel powerless, as though life is happening to you and you have no say in the matter. But when you reframe, you reclaim your role as the creator of your experience. Instead of seeing circumstances as fixed or unchangeable, you begin to see that your response to them is within your control. This shift in thinking empowers you to take actions aligned with your goals, rather than feeling trapped by your circumstances. Through consistent practice, reframing negative thoughts becomes a habit that shapes a more positive and empowered reality. Every time you catch a negative thought and choose to see it differently, you strengthen your ability to remain in a high vibrational state, where clarity, creativity, and confidence flow. By shifting your perspective, you align yourself with the energy of possibility rather than limitation, allowing you to move through life with greater ease and fulfillment. Reframing negative thoughts is about reclaiming your power over your mind. It's about choosing a perspective that serves your highest good and enables you to move forward with confidence, even in the face of challenges. Through this practice, you elevate your mindset, change your emotional responses, and ultimately transform your life from one of limitation to one of infinite possibilities. Creating a daily routine for self-improvement is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your life. A consistent routine builds momentum, discipline, and clarity, allowing you to align your actions with your goals and values. It doesn't need to be rigid or overwhelming, but instead it should be a series of intentional habits that move you toward your best self. The foundation of a successful routine lies in its ability to support not just your external goals, but your inner growth, shaping who you are and how you show up in the world. The key to self-improvement through a daily routine is consistency. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about integrating small, intentional actions into your day that accumulate over time. These habits will, over time, form the building blocks of who you are becoming. The process of improvement begins the moment you make the commitment to be deliberate in how you spend your time and energy. By designing a daily routine, you create a structure that supports your vision for personal growth. Start your day with purpose. The way you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. One of the most important aspects of a self-improvement routine is to cultivate a mindful, positive morning practice. This could include activities such as meditation, visualization, or journaling, which help you center your thoughts and set clear intentions for the day. When you take time in the morning to ground yourself, you position yourself to face challenges with more clarity and composure. Even 5 or 10 minutes of mindfulness can make a significant difference in your mindset for the rest of the day. Physical movement should also be a part of your daily routine. Taking care of your body through regular exercise not only improves your physical health, but also boosts your mental well-being. Whether it's a full workout, a brisk walk, or yoga, moving your body generates energy, reduces stress, and improves focus. Exercise strengthens your body and mind, making it easier to stay disciplined and motivated throughout the day. It helps to clear mental fog and allows you to approach tasks with renewed vigor. Regular movement also supports a positive mindset by releasing endorphins, helping you feel good about yourself. Nourishing your mind is another essential part of a self-improvement routine. This can be achieved by reading, listening to podcasts, or engaging in activities that stimulate your intellectual growth. Make learning a daily habit. When you commit to learning something new every day, you expand your knowledge and keep your mind sharp. It doesn't have to be long or intensive. Even dedicating 20 minutes a day to learning something new can lead to significant growth over time. Whether it's personal development, a new skill, or a subject that interests you, feeding your mind with positive and enriching content helps you grow intellectually and emotionally. Another crucial aspect of your routine should be goal setting and reviewing. Every day, take time to reflect on your goals, both short-term and long-term. Write them down and track your progress. This practice not only keeps you focused on what you want to achieve, but also helps you maintain accountability. As you review your goals daily, you remind yourself of what you're working toward, which helps to keep distractions at bay. This constant reminder of your aspirations fuels motivation and allows you to stay aligned with your vision. Equally important is practicing gratitude as part of your routine. Taking time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for helps shift your mindset from lack to abundance. Gratitude enhances your mental and emotional well-being by reminding you of the positive aspects of your life, which often go unnoticed in the pursuit of improvement. By practicing gratitude daily, you cultivate a sense of contentment and inner peace, making it easier to stay focused on self-improvement without feeling overwhelmed by what you don't yet have. Your daily routine should also include time for self-reflection. At the end of the day, take a few moments to assess how the day went. What did you accomplish? What could have been done better? Reflecting on your actions and behaviors allows you to learn from your experiences and make adjustments moving forward. This reflective practice deepens your self-awareness and gives you insight into what is working for you and what may need to be changed. Rest and recovery are equally essential in any self-improvement routine. Taking care of your well-being includes allowing time for relaxation and renewal. Prioritize good sleep and moments of quiet during your day. Self-improvement isn't just about constant action, it's about balance. Without adequate rest, your mind and body cannot function at their highest capacity. When you allow yourself to recharge, you return to your tasks with more focus, energy, and clarity. In addition, creating boundaries with distractions, particularly in the digital age, is a necessary part of your self-improvement routine. Setting limits on social media, unnecessary distractions, or tasks that don't serve your higher purpose will give you more time to focus on what truly matters. Be intentional about how you spend your time, making sure that your daily actions are aligned with your goals. This helps cultivate discipline, allowing you to make the most of your day, rather than letting it slip away to distractions or unproductive habits. As you build your daily routine, remember to be flexible and adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things won't go as planned. The key is to remain committed to your overall growth, even if some days don't go perfectly. A self-improvement routine is not about perfection, it's about progress. Be gentle with yourself on the days you fall short, and recognize that growth is a continuous journey. Small steps forward are better than none, and over time, these small steps will lead to profound changes in your life. By creating and committing to a daily routine for self-improvement, you lay the foundation for lasting transformation. It's in the consistency of your habits that change truly occurs. Each day becomes an opportunity to grow, evolve, and step closer to the person you want to become. The routine not only brings structure and discipline to your life, but also empowers you to shape your reality, one intentional action at a time. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is one of the most transformative habits you can adopt to create a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. The energy you allow into your life, through your environment, relationships, and even your thoughts, profoundly impacts your state of mind and the reality you experience. When you consciously surround yourself with positivity, you elevate your mood, enhance your focus, and attract more of the good things that align with your highest aspirations. This practice is about creating an energetic field around you that consistently uplifts, inspires, and motivates you to keep moving forward. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate positive energy in your life is by being selective about the people you spend your time with. The people closest to you have a direct influence on your thoughts, behaviors, and overall emotional well-being. If you are surrounded by individuals who are constantly negative, pessimistic, or critical, that energy can weigh you down, dampening your sense of possibility and hope. On the other hand, when you spend time with people who are positive, supportive, and uplifting, their energy rubs off on you, encouraging you to rise higher and see the potential in every situation. You choose to build relationships with those who inspire you to be your best self, who challenge you to grow, and who celebrate your successes. These are the kinds of connections that nourish your soul and keep you aligned with a positive mindset. It's also important to cultivate positive energy in your physical environment. Your surroundings can either drain or recharge you, depending on how they make you feel. A cluttered, chaotic space often leads to mental fog and stress, while a clean, organized, and aesthetically pleasing environment invites clarity and calm. Take the time to create spaces that make you feel good. Surround yourself with objects that spark joy, whether it's art, plants, or meaningful personal items. Incorporating elements like soft lighting, soothing colors, and natural materials can help elevate the energy of any space, making it a sanctuary for positive energy to flow freely. When your environment reflects harmony, it becomes easier to maintain a positive outlook and stay focused on what truly matters. Your own thoughts and beliefs play a significant role in shaping the energy around you. It's not just external sources that influence your energy. The internal dialogue you engage in is equally, if not more, important. Negative self-talk, doubts, and limiting beliefs can create an atmosphere of negativity within your own mind, which can then radiate into your outer reality. To counter this, make a conscious effort to fill your mind with positive affirmations, encouraging thoughts, and empowering beliefs. When you cultivate an internal environment of positivity, you naturally begin to attract positive experiences and outcomes into your life. Every time you catch yourself slipping into a negative mindset, pause and shift your thoughts towards something uplifting. Whether it's a goal you're excited about, a moment of gratitude, or an affirmation of your own worth and capabilities. Another crucial aspect of surrounding yourself with positive energy is engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you immerse yourself in activities that light you up, you elevate your vibration and radiate positivity outward. This might mean pursuing hobbies that make you feel alive, whether it's art, music, sports, or any form of creative expression. It could also involve spending time in nature, which has an incredible ability to reset and recharge your energy. The key is to engage in activities that allow you to be fully present and in flow, as this state of flow naturally generates a high level of positive energy. Gratitude is a powerful tool for maintaining positive energy in your life. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from lack or dissatisfaction and tune into the abundance around you. Gratitude raises your vibration, helping you attract more positive experiences into your life. It also fosters a sense of contentment and inner peace, making it easier to navigate challenges without being overwhelmed by negativity. Practice gratitude daily, whether it's through journaling or simply taking a few moments to reflect on the blessings in your life. This practice grounds you in a state of appreciation, which amplifies the positive energy you're putting out into the world. Protecting your energy is just as important as cultivating it. There will be moments when negativity tries to seep into your life, whether it's through external circumstances, difficult people, or your own thoughts. In those moments, it's crucial to protect your positive energy by setting boundaries. This could mean limiting time spent with individuals who drain your energy, avoiding environments that make you feel stressed or anxious, or stepping away from situations that trigger negativity. It's also helpful to have practices in place that help you reset and realign your energy when needed. Meditation, deep breathing, or even a brief walk outside can help you regain your sense of calm and positivity when life feels overwhelming. Protecting your energy means being mindful of what you allow into your space and making choices that preserve your well-being. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is about contribution. When you radiate positivity, you naturally uplift those around you. Acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity not only make others feel good, but also amplify your own positive energy. By being a source of light for others, you create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond your immediate circle. Whether it's through offering support to a friend, sharing a kind word with a stranger, or simply approaching each day with a smile, these small acts of positivity come back to you in powerful ways. The more you give, the more you receive, as the energy you put out into the world mirrors the energy that comes back into your life. Surrounding yourself with positive energy is about being intentional in all areas of your life, your relationships, your environment, your thoughts, and your actions. When you consciously create an atmosphere of positivity, you align yourself with a higher vibration, attracting more joy, success, and abundance into your life. This energy not only transforms your personal experience, but also radiates out to impact others, creating a continuous flow of positivity and growth. Persisting in faith and belief is a fundamental principle that can profoundly influence your life and the reality you create. In a world often filled with uncertainty and doubt, cultivating a steadfast faith in your abilities, dreams, and the greater forces that guide you can be the anchor that keeps you grounded and moving forward. Faith is more than just a passive feeling. It is an active, dynamic force that shapes your experiences and manifests your desires. When you embody unwavering belief in yourself and your potential, you become a magnet for the opportunities and resources necessary to turn your visions into reality. To begin with, faith is the fuel that propels you toward your goals, even when the path seems unclear or fraught with obstacles. It allows you to navigate through challenges with resilience and determination. When faced with difficulties, it is easy to succumb to fear and doubt, but faith empowers you to rise above these negative emotions. Instead of seeing setbacks as insurmountable barriers, you learn to view them as temporary challenges that can be overcome with persistence and effort. This perspective shift transforms your relationship with failure. Rather than fearing it, you start to embrace it as a necessary part of the growth process. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, providing valuable lessons that refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. Believing in yourself is a crucial component of this faith. Self-belief acts as the foundation upon which your dreams can be built. It is the internal dialogue that affirms your worthiness and capabilities, reminding you that you have everything within you to succeed. Developing this self-belief requires consistent effort and practice. It involves challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with affirmations that resonate with your aspirations. Each time you affirm your abilities, you reinforce a mindset that encourages action, initiative, and creativity. You begin to realize that you are not defined by your past mistakes or limitations, but rather by your willingness to grow and evolve. This shift in perception is essential for fostering a strong belief in yourself and your potential. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is its ability to connect you with a higher purpose. When you believe that your journey is part of a larger plan, it becomes easier to stay committed, even in the face of adversity. This belief provides a sense of meaning and direction, guiding your actions and decisions. You start to see synchronicities and signs that affirm you are on the right path, which reinforces your faith and motivates you to keep going. Recognizing that you are part of something greater allows you to relinquish the need for control and instead trust in the process. You understand that the universe has a way of aligning opportunities with your intentions, and this awareness empowers you to remain open and receptive to what comes your way. Persistence is a vital aspect of maintaining faith and belief. It requires a commitment to keep moving forward, even when the outcome is uncertain. Life can be unpredictable, and the journey toward your goals may not unfold as you initially envisioned. However, staying committed to your vision, even when faced with difficulties, demonstrates the strength of your belief. This persistence shows the universe that you are serious about your dreams and willing to put in the effort to achieve them. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a declaration of your faith in the outcome. This dedication resonates with the energy of manifestation, aligning your vibration with the reality you seek. In addition, surrounding yourself with positive influences can significantly enhance your ability to persist in faith and belief. The people you spend time with, the information you consume, and the environments you inhabit all play a crucial role in shaping your mindset. Seek out those who uplift and inspire you, who share similar goals and aspirations, and who encourage you to reach for your dreams. Their positive energy will bolster your own, creating a supportive network that fuels your faith. Likewise, consuming literature, media, and content that resonates with your beliefs and aspirations can reinforce your commitment to your journey. When you immerse yourself in positive narratives, you align yourself with the stories of success and triumph, which serve as reminders of what is possible. Practicing gratitude is another essential component of nurturing your faith and belief. When you cultivate a mindset of appreciation for what you have, You shift your focus away from lack and limitations. Gratitude amplifies the positive aspects of your life, making it easier to maintain faith in your future. Each moment of gratitude acts as a powerful affirmation that you are on the right path and that your desires are within reach. As you acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving even greater things. Visualization is a powerful tool that can enhance your faith and belief in your potential. By creating vivid mental images of your desired outcomes, you train your mind to accept these possibilities as real and attainable. Visualization engages your subconscious mind, aligning your thoughts and emotions with your goals. When you consistently envision your success, you develop a stronger belief in your ability to manifest it. This practice also helps you maintain focus on what you want, rather than being distracted by external circumstances or doubts. Persisting in faith and belief is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. It requires courage to trust in your abilities, to embrace uncertainty, and to stay committed to your vision, even when faced with challenges. When you cultivate a deep-seated faith in yourself and the universe, you unlock a powerful force that can transform your life. Your unwavering belief acts as a beacon, guiding you through the storms of doubt and fear. Each step you take in faith reinforces your connection to your dreams, drawing you closer to the life you envision. As you persist in this journey, you not only change your circumstances, but also evolve into the person you were always meant to be, embodying the essence of possibility and potential. In conclusion, embracing transformative habits is not merely a pathway to success. It is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Each habit, whether it's visualizing your ideal life, practicing positive affirmations, embracing gratitude, taking inspired action, staying present, detaching from outcomes, reframing negative thoughts, creating a daily routine for self-improvement, surrounding yourself with positive energy, or persisting in faith and belief serves as a powerful tool in your arsenal for change. These habits are interconnected, each reinforcing and amplifying the others, creating a robust framework for manifesting the life you desire. As you integrate these habits into your daily existence, you will begin to witness profound shifts in your mindset and reality. The world around you will reflect your internal transformations, revealing opportunities and possibilities that align with your highest aspirations. Remember, the key lies in your consistent commitment to these practices. It's not about perfection, but rather the willingness to engage with these habits daily, to cultivate a mindset that recognizes the abundance of possibilities available to you. You hold the power to reshape your life narrative. Trust in your ability to create, to manifest, and to thrive. The journey of transformation begins within. It is your thoughts, beliefs, and actions that ultimately shape your reality. So step boldly into this new chapter of your life. Embrace the transformative habits that will propel you forward, and watch as you evolve into the fullest expression of yourself. Change is not just possible, it is inevitable when you commit to these principles. Stand firm in your intentions, believe in your vision, and take inspired action. Your life is a canvas waiting for your unique expression. Make it a masterpiece.